Hello Capricorn, hello and welcome to Soul Conscious Tarot, and I am Sherry, and this is going to be your June general overview for the month of June, where I call these really raw readings because they can be triggering in nature, so it's kind of a disclaimer. Not every message every month for every sign will be triggering or, that really raw message, but I put that as a disclaimer because they can be. And I want to make people aware that these messages, I don't dictate what comes through. I do real tarot. I don't fluff the messages. It's whatever comes through, whatever message wants to come through for your sign for the month. And I don't know what that's going to be. So it's kind of a disclaimer in a way. And I want you to understand the way I read tarot so that I'm not like the traditional tarot reader. I don't read based on the meaning of the cards. I use the cards as a tool, a guide to kind of help me scry channel in a sense. So the cards come up and it invokes in me certain messages, feelings, things like that come through based on the cards that come out. Like I said, I almost use it as a form of scrying, so to speak, and channeling the messages. So if I say something that doesn't reflect necessarily the card that comes out, that is why. So the way I do these monthly readings is we do 3 rows. The top row is your emotional self, what you're feeling, thinking for the month of June, which is kind of sets the message, the overall message of what wants to be talked about, what wants to come up. And then the soul self is the middle row, which is kind of your intuitive subconscious, what you may or may not see that's kind of hidden at that 5D level, that energy surrounding what you're feeling and thinking at that higher 5D level. And then the physical self is kind of how it comes into reality. It comes through in different ways in that physical self, but it ties more into the 3D reality. And then at the end, I'll pull 1 card for love, because I don't necessarily focus. I'm not a love tarot reader. There are many of those out there that are probably much better at it than I am. That's not my thing. So you can, I'm not going to focus necessarily on that, but I am pulling the 1 card of love, around love relationships for each sign at the end, because people are interested in that. But if you want more in-depth information about your love life, there are lots of tarot readers out there that I don't need to do that for you. So there are a lot of good ones out there for sure. So, and I know that since I don't do love and don't focus on love in my readings, I know that causes me to not get a lot of followers, viewers, and subscribers, but that's okay because I am doing what feels right for me and what needs to come through, or what I am drawn to do. So I'm just going to keep doing it this way regardless if I get viewers or not. So if this does end up resonating with you and you like this message, please feel free. I hope that you'll support my channel. I would love for it to grow bigger. So I have for you, Capricorn, I have lessons and blessings as your overall card, emotional self, what you're feeling and thinking for the month of June. So, are you I'm getting counting your blessings is what I'm getting. Maybe getting something good, abundance coming in. Maybe you've learned some lessons and you're counting your blessings. And because you're focusing on what you have gratitude for, what you have in your life, it's bringing you a little more abundance into your life is what I'm really feeling for you, Capricorn. That focusing on your, learning your lessons and being appreciative and having gratitude for, counting your blessings. Like I said, that's what I picked up on, counting your blessings. What do you have to go with this? What's the message for emotional self for Capricorn, please? almost wanted to, okay. Ooh, a tower. So there's those lessons. There's those lessons coming through. Yeah, I think you had some lessons that you learned. That tower came down because something wasn't serving your greater good, is what I'm feeling. I really feel like that's what you're learning. What you learned was, you know, to focus on what you're grateful for, what's already in your life. I think you were focused on the wrong things. And when you were focused on the wrong things, that's when that tower happened. You realized that you needed to change something on how you were looking at things in your life. And I feel like you decided to move in, you know, like that tower happened. It changed your perspective and how you deal with the world in general. Especially with this being the end, like June, the first few days of June wrap up Mercury retrograde. And I think during that Mercury retrograde, you know, Mercury retrograde can be a time when you have trouble communicating, when communication issues arise. And I'm really feeling like, you know, maybe some of that happened. Maybe you had some struggles during Mercury retrograde, or this tower happened, you know, during Mercury retrograde, where something happened and shook up, you know, kind of shook things up, made you see, you know, made you realize that you have so many things to be grateful for in your life, Capricorn. And so you're moving forward in June with this attitude of putting yourself out there and communicating with people and like I said, this counting your blessings, you know, being more open and giving, you know, that's what I'm really feeling, this energy of being more open and giving in general. In the month of June. What do we have at a soul level? What do we have at a soul level? What's Capricorn soul self want to tell us for the month of June? What does Capricorn soul self want to tell us for the month of June, please? Tell me what I need to see. Show me what I need to see, please. Please and thank you. Okay, so you have, oh my gosh, my eyes do not want to work. Seed of life. My eyes did not want to read that. I've been looking at this, the light, the ring light, the lighting I have for this video, and I've been looking at it for so long that my eyes are getting weird. So you have seed of a life. So I'm really getting, I'm really getting that you're starting to see how things fit together. And I keep getting circle of life, like, you know how these are interconnected, like all these circles are interconnected, and you're starting to see how, you know, how they overlap, like where the places in life that you know, where things in your life are, you know, like overlapping, those places in between, seeing the connection, seeing how things connect, how they overlap in your life, like you're learning, you know, that everything's connected. That connectedness, that's what I'm really picking up on. And because you're picking up, like I said, learning those lessons, seeing how things are connected in your life, how things are connected in life in general, and how being grateful for what you have will bring you more abundance. You know, that you're starting to realize that giving of yourself, being open, giving, sharing yourself with others, putting yourself out there and sharing yourself with others is it's like, it's cyclical. It's that, what goes around comes around sort of thing. I'm really picking that up for you, Capricorn. Yeah. I can't say much. Your soul. So this, you have in your soul, you have this is kind of your intuition, your subconscious, what kind of is maybe hidden, or at a deeper level of what you're experiencing on the more surface level. And so I'm even picking up at a soul level. It's like you really have figured out, like I said, like how to be grateful, and count your blessings, and through that, it's bringing more happiness into your life. It's creating that 10 of Pentacles, that sun and 10 of Pentacles for yourself at a soul level. It's like you're almost like you figured out your soul's purpose, or almost like this, like a little bit. I'm getting a little bit of a kind of a spiritual awakening, but not like a full-blown spiritual awakening. It's more of an epiphany with that tower, of realizing, like I said, how kind of the circle of life works, like that, how the give and take works, and how by giving you get, that kind of what goes around comes around, is you're really figuring that out. You're really figuring out that the more you give, the more you're going to get, and understanding that, and really being grateful for the people and things in your life. And through that, you're just attracting more, more happiness, more stability. It's that kind of, like I said, what goes around comes around. You're starting to understand that to attract more positive things into your life, you have to in yourself be more positive. You have to give more of yourself from a positive place. Be more giving, communicate more. Be more grateful. And as you step into that energy of being more appreciative, more grateful, more giving, more loving, you know that you're going to get that in return. It's just going to be cyclical. Very interesting, Capricorn. I think you're going to have good things ahead of you if this is resonating with you. If you feel like, you are stepping into that energy of being more grateful, or understanding that concept of what goes around comes around, that karma, almost like if you believe in karma, of understanding that what you give, you get, Magic prayer is for your physical self. Magic prayer, and I get that as that gratefulness. Like I said, of being grateful. That magic prayer is almost that wishing on a star, or saying a prayer for a wish, a desire. I'm almost getting that kind of a little bit of star energy off of that card for you, Capricorn. It's like something you're desiring and wishing for, like that secret magic prayer. But you're doing it from a place of appreciation and gratitude. Okay, well, I'll go ahead and take those cards. Okay. Yeah, so this is that what goes around comes around. That's what I said. That's what I'm really feeling. You're understanding that, and taking action, and in giving. You know, the Queen of Cups is very giving, very loving, very nurturing, very giving, loving. And the Emperor, although the Emperor can be controlling in nature, I don't feel that off of the card. I'm feeling, you know, the Emperor as far as taking action on something, making something happen, you know, making something happen, taking the steps necessary to share yourself with the world. Now, I am seeing here that kind of like a warning, that you could potentially self-sabotage this. You could get back in this feeling of, you know, like where if I see this as is kind of, like I said, a caution of being cautious of um, self-sabotaging, Capricorn, of doubting or fall, a tendency to potentially fall back onto um, old habits, where, you know, I see this starts out as someone that, you know, a Capricorn that has learned their lessons, that has moved past the tower's fall, and you've learned your lessons. You're grateful for the lesson that you learned, and you're moving forward. But there's like, just, this is wanting to put that caution stamp on being careful that that you don't forget the lesson that you learned, that you don't get out of this energy, that you don't forget the lesson that you learned. Because if you fall back into those old habits, you know, this you could end up going back to your old ways. So that's where that lessons and blessings come on. Make sure you're learning your lesson. Make sure that you're acting on them. Make sure you are counting your blessings, because when you do, I see a Capricorn that understands that concept, and has, you know, that what goes around comes around. You've understood and grasped that concept, but don't lose track of it. You know, don't lose sight of it. Don't lose track of it, because if you do, you know, if you fall in that Five of Swords and kind of self-sabotage, you know, you could ruin it. But otherwise, this is a pretty good reading. I definitely see this as a pretty good reading overall. So let's go ahead and get your card of love. Yeah, this was nothing seriously triggering. Definitely, I just see someone that has, like I said, learned their lessons, counting their blessings, taking gratitude for things. It's kind of I think the month of June is going to be a pretty easygoing month for you, Capricorn. I don't see anything, you know, like, I think it's going to be good overall is what I'm getting. Oh yeah, and then for your love life, you have the Sun, for the month of June, Capricorn. So good things are coming. You count your blessings. If you count your blessings and sit in this energy of gratitude, good things are coming. Your life is going to be, you know, you're attracting abundance, as long as you focus on, you know, like I said, you know, count your blessings, give of yourself, give of yourself, give yourself, you know, put yourself out there and give, and you're going to attract good things, you know, both in your world and your love life. You know, you're going to just attract good things. That's what I have for you for the month of June. That's a really good reading. That's what I have for you. So thank you for joining me. If you joined me, and I thank you so much if you watched this entire video, and I hope this resonated with you. And if it did, please like, share, and subscribe this video. It helps my channel grow, and you share your energy with me so I can pick up on future reads. So joy, love, and light. I hope you have a great month of June.